What's up, trainers? Today we are ranking the Scarlet and Violet TCG sets based on our opinions of whether we would rip it or flip it.
We're starting with our friend base set. What are our top chase cards for this set? Let's see. Some singles. Gardevoir, only at 51 though. Then we got
it was not a very good set.
Miriam, 34. We got Drowsy, 30, and Ralts. Yeah, this is just kind of mid.
There's nothing significant in the whole set.
I would place Violet as a C. It's pretty mid. There's not much there.
There's definitely not much of anything there. Of investment significance, it's basically a middle of the road set. Like you're not gonna get much out of it for sure.
Yeah, there's like 3 cards worth chasing. Paldea evolved. Kind of cool stuff is in it. Okay, it's got my boy Magikarp. Have you seen this one?
That is a hit. It's been rising too.
This is such a hit. He's selling for $225 all day. He's so cool. I see him everywhere and I'm like, I want to buy him, but I don't want to buy him for that much.
If I'm going to spend that much, I'm going to go get something in a newer set.
So then we got Iono for 64. I mean, it's cute.
It's a good art. It's got multiple Pokemon featured in it, which is good.
The market has some dippage going in November, but it looks like it's back. It's cool.
Ever since every person jumped on the Pokemon train again.
Everybody at Christmas, they said, it's Christmas time. I want Pokemon.
I want my cards.
We got a Raichu and we got a Tyranitar and we got...
When has Raichu ever been a chase card? Jeez.
It might be the art on this one because,
It is. It's good.
It's like teenager-ish,
But if that was a Pikachu and not a Raichu, it would be top card.
Total top
card in the set.
My boy Tyranitar, though, he's looking legit.
He's beefy, dude.
Yeah, there's definitely value in this set.
There's for sure some value there. It doesn't have like the overwhelming tons of hits, but it's got quite a few solid hits.
So where are you thinking Paldea Evolved lands?
I think it hits a B. It's better than Scarlet Violet, but it's not got the chase cards to be A.
So Obsidian Flames, this one you see all over like GameStop these days. I don't know if this thing got a reprint or what, but you can find ETBs all day for Obsidian Flames. And I know it's got the big hitter. It's the Zard right here. It's that prismatic like terrestrial Charizard, which it's
kind of the same Zard as the other one, but this is the light version instead of the dark.
It is. I mean, he's cool. I just don't know. Is he worth $76? Cool. Outside of that, you get him in silver and you get him in gold. I think the gold one's cooler.
It is, but they never value as much.
No, like the gold versions of cards almost never outprice the silver.
And they're the
version.
hyper rares, and like they don't get near as much love.
Is the other one a hyper rare too, or is it just a?
I don't think so. I think it's just an illustration. Special illustration rare.
What is up with Pokemon and the hyper rares being
golds are hyper rares?
Yeah, the hyper rares are harder to pull yet are somehow almost always cheaper than just special illustration rares. I don't get that.
Yeah. So the Ninetales is the second best chase card in this, and it's a whopping
$24,
$19 market price, $24 for a hollow foil
in a near mint. I mean, looking at it over 6 months, it's got some value going for it, but it's not a big.
It's rising like everything else, but it was way below. I mean, Obsidian Flames cards were just way below other better sets.
My favorite card in this set, the Cleffa.
And it's been climbing too.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else. We got some Gloomies, we got Pidgeot, and then we got this
Nothing
one.
Substantial.
Yeah, this is just.
Is that the promo?
It's the promo. What's interesting about this one though is you can find ETBs, right? Market price is 74. Like if we look into this data, people are selling these for $75. Most GameStops in your area, you can probably find these for $50. And then if you have Pro, you can take like 5% off of that. So it's like $47.
Yeah. Like right.
Yeah. I don't get why people would pay $75 for this when you can still find this on shelves for $50.
I checked my local GameStop like 2 days ago for this exact ETB because I was wanting to just box it and keep it.
Same.
And ours didn't have it, but I mean they're selling them for GameStop Pro memberships for $47.49. Cheap enough.
I mean that's how I would do this. I would not pay this. This is inflated. Pay closer to 45. But yeah, this set, if you were to buy it today, I would say I think it's a B if you buy it at 40 47 or
if you
50.
get it at the right price, if you overpay for it, it's a C tier.
So our big hitter in 151 is Charizard EX, and he is really cool and really expensive. Near mint holofoil prices about 243 right now. We look at it as
for a raw card, man. That's high.
Graded, he's like 1,000 these days if he comes back as a 10.
Yeah.
Like he's nuts. And what's wild is, in my opinion, this is not the best art Charizard that exists. He's cool.
Same. It's not the best. I mean, yeah, it's got that. It's one of those where the Cleffa was, where the Pokemon's kind of in the scene back there, and it's not like the main in your face focus like most cards are. But it's not the best Charizard.
Obviously, the big three, like fully evolved trio, are the big hitters in this one. So we got Blastoise. I'm not even a fan of this art. This one for Blastoise, I've seen cooler ones. But, he's selling for 87 near mint. Looking at him, 6 months, we see that same low-ish price around August of around 50, and now he's up to 87 for near mint. All of these are going to do the same. My favorite of the three, though, is this Venusaur, which I just picked up for 78 near mint. They're selling 83 right now on TCG as the market. But look at that art. It's incredible. And the foil on this one is the best, I think, of the three.
It's by far the best of the three. It's kind of like, name brand things. Like the Charizard's going to be more valuable just because it's a Charizard.
And I mean, looking at the prices here, like 6 months ago, he was at $43. And today he's like at 83. I mean, it's pretty dang good considering that this set just went through a massive reprint with the Blooming Water set that dropped at Costco and is still dropping.
There's a couple people trying to get it. A couple people.
This is a really cool one because you got Moltres and Articuno in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you look at 6 months, it does that same thing where around August, $39. You have a little bit of bump in November, and then bam, today it's up to basically $60. It is $60 for near mint on the market.
Everything's basically doubling in price over the last 6 months, and that's just the hype. I think that's why everything's doing that, just from the overall amount of people that are getting back into Pokemon.
So then after that, we have the starters. So we have Charmander down there. We got Squirtle. Weirdly enough, Alakazam, he outprices Bulbasaur, but then you got Bulbasaur down here. The three starters,
not by much though. They're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of value in this set. A lot of cards above $20, and that's what you'll notice. So like by the time you get to page 2, you're still hanging out in the 40s. So you got like this version of Charizard is way better artwork, in my opinion, than the special illustration.
Same. There. And then Giovanni's Riz over there has been climbing like crazy. Dude. I saw it reported on. Look at the chart on that bad boy. It's shot.
Like, I don't know why people are obsessed with this card. I mean, it's cool. I think it's the Team Rocket. Yeah. People are getting hyped for Team Rocket.
It's the Team Rocket. Yep. They're ready for the Team Rocket stuff. And that's exactly what it is.
I think if I were to grade this personally, this set would be S tier, just because
it's S tier.
It was such a good set that I think a lot of people, including myself, kicked themselves for not getting into the set when it was abundant everywhere. And like, was it 2023 when it came out? Like it was everywhere. You could find the UPC, you could find ETBs everywhere. And there were like sales going on. And I don't know why, like for me, I didn't get into it then, but I regret coming into the set late. So then we got Paradox Rift, which this set is also loaded with some pretty pricey cards, Colt.
The main one that you just picked up?
That I just
it's one of the big ones.
I just picked up. I picked this one up for 100 on Saturday, just a couple of days ago, because I am a Groudon fan, and so are other people looking at this chart.
It looks that way.
Yeah, because 6 months ago he's $48, and today he's hanging out around 100. I mean, so then after that, we get down to the
next biggest. We got
Altaria EX, so another Gen 3 Pokemon, 45. We look at the 6 month. Looks like we did a little bit of same dip, but it's come back.
A little bit, but it's coming back. It hasn't had that double on it. It's just went up, what, $15, but.
So these two, Plusle and Minun, they go together. So I don't know if you see the artwork.
It's just like a Latios and Latios.
Yeah.
Where they go together. Yeah.
I love it. So you got this one on the left hand side of the table. You got this one on the right hand side. I love it.
It looks like they're trainers or whatever, like watching some kind of game or something that they're rooting for different teams, and one won and one lost.
That's exactly it. That's incredible. But I think my favorite one of like the heavy hitters is this one. There's something about it that I just
It's
love.
unique.
It is.
It's really unique.
It's got black and gold, and it's very punchy. Looking at
It's
the
nice.
market, he went through a dip and a spike. So
took a recent dip. I don't know.
People aren't into this Goldengo. Yeah, I think if I were to rate this set, it would be a B.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's got a couple of good cards, few good cards, but nothing significant.
And then we got our boys in Paldean Fates. This set,
oh yeah,
I love this set. In the past few years worth of sets, I think when it comes to just like how good the set was designed outside of 151, I think Paldean Fates might be my favorite set.
It's solid. It's pretty solid. And you can tell by the prices that are still stuck on the Pokemon Center ETBs and the regular ETBs.
Yes. I mean, even the ETB design was so good.
Yeah, that's a great design. The Bubble Mew.
Like, he's hanging out at 358. I think he's now like...
he has not had a dip. He has just went up and up and up and up.
I mean, we made a video about him, Colt, back on this date, January 6th, 8th at 236. He has gone up a whole $30 since we made our last video about him.
It's crazy, and
like
people are loving it.
Like, look at this. 6 months ago, you could have bought Bubble Mew
for $80
for $80 at Lightly Played, so like not near,
and almost turned a $200 profit on it.
Like, he's so wild. Like, people
crazy.
Like, look at this. People are buying him.
They're buying them too.
Like
they're buying
him all day at that price for near mint.
I mean, even a damaged was $199.
Holy crap. Like,
it's so wild.
Even the Charizard in this one is just nuts.
Yeah, and this is the dark boy.
This is the dark
compared to the light one in the other set.
Yeah, I mean, the same effect with him, right? Lightly Played.
It's got the same rise.
Ever since October.
Like, no dips.
The set had everything a set needs. Like the Gardevoir, also the same deal. Like, look,
and people love Gardevoir too.
They do.
There's a lot of Gardevoir fans, man.
95 is what it's hanging out at. It does that meteoric rise in October.
Gosh, it was down $36.
The time to buy it.
Crazy.
And then you get into the shiny rares, which were a big thing in this. Like, they were alternate cards. I have several of these shiny rares. I love them. I want to collect all of them. But even this Pikachu, right? It's not a special illustration rare. It's just a shiny rare.
Just a shiny rare. Yeah.
$40.
Can't hate it.
You're still hanging out in the big boy money.
Get your Charmander shiny.
Like 25, Snorlax shiny.
Now
21.
we're finally, page 2, you're finally dropping below $30. But
got a blue Ditto. Like, this set is just so cool. There's a lot to it. And the art is great. Like, look at this trainer card for Penny. We got Umbreon hanging out here. I mean, it's so good. Everything about this set is good.
Eevee backpack with Umbreon hanging out. Love it.
So in my mind, Paldean Fates, it's an A.
Yep, I agree. A. It's not 151 level, but it is a great set.
It's not quite iconic, but it is definitely one of the better sets.
It's a set where if you're able to get any of it at a decent price, you should get it. It's one of those where, like, if you walked into a card shop randomly and they just have 4 ETBs at not even MSRP but a little over, you just buy all of them.
Buy every single one. Don't leave any for the kids. So then we have Temporal Fates. So this one, you've got our boy Raging Bolt EX, the SIR. He's hanging out around $100. I mean, his market wise, he's kind of
been wobbly, but
come back. I mean, he's cool. He's got cool artwork. He was played competitively for a little bit. So, like, he's got some stuff going for him.
Another one of those distant Pokemon artworks.
Yeah, I'm
not the biggest fan of them, but
I'm not either.
They're all right.
This set, I think, had a lot of those. Because if you look at, like, Iron Crown, it's the same deal. Walking Weight.
Ghastly was that way. Yeah.
And, like, you got some neat stuff like Metagross here, hanging out in the snow.
Yeah. I think the only thing that hurts this set, and it's good to have a set that does this, but it has a lot of Pokemon that are not it doesn't have the high valued names much as other sets.
Yeah, it doesn't have iconic Pokemon. It has some,
exactly.
It has like niche fan favorites, which is cool, but it's not, it doesn't have like your big name Pokemon in it. Also, the fact that you can still find this set being printed, like again at GameStop. You can find it sometimes at Target and Best Buy. You can find Temporal Forces on the shelves for anywhere from $40 to $50 to $60, depending where you're looking. I mean, I've been able to see it as low as $39.99 with like a limit of 4 ETBs. So again, if you're buying it at that price, I think this is a B on our tier list.
It's a B. Yeah, it's one that you don't want to overpay for, but if you can get it at MSRP or find it on a shelf somewhere, you can pick it up.
Then we have Twilight Masquerade, which if you know anything, in our top 10 video, we talked about top 10 most expensive Pokemon in 2024. Greninja was number 2 of all the cards released last year, and he is wild.
That is some crazy artwork.
It's so good.
Colors everywhere.
It looks like a Splatoon Pokemon card.
It does look like Splatoon, like wild in the background.
Then you get Eevee, which
everybody loves Eevee.
My wife bought this one over the weekend for $90 because, again,
solid,
such a good card, such a good artwork, and the price kind of, you see that for the Prismatic hype. Everyone's really getting geared for Eevee because they drop pre-orders for Prismatic in early November, and if you notice here, like the trends, so like November comes and boom, like here we are and today.
Everybody wants Eevee right before release,
right?
Yep.
And Prismatic came out, the first ish week of January. And that's when you see like that.
And now it's starting to taper off a little bit just because instead of the hype being grab Eevees you can get, it's now I want the Eevees and the evolutions in the Prismatic set.
This art specifically is one of my favorites from Twilight Masquerade. This is very Bubble Mew-ish.
Very much so.
I love it.
It is. Very cartoony, kind of derpy.
So based on what you have seen and what we've talked about, what do you think about Twilight?
I think Twilight Masquerade is hovering around a C tier for me. I mean, it's kind of in that, I would put it at the front of C tier from just personally. I think it's better than Obsidian Flames and base set Scarlet Violet, but I don't know that it deserves a B.
I agree. I mean, really, it has one chase card, and that's Greninja. And then we get to talk about my favorite set and everyone's favorite set, Shrouded Fable.
Oh, I wish I could get an ETB of this.
So, believe it or not, this set is finally getting bought up by scalpers, and it's because of one specific card, and I want to know if you can call it out just from what's on here.
Of what card they're buying the setup for? No, I would say maybe the Persian.
You're on the money. So yeah, people are now buying Shrouded Fable. 1, because it's cheap, and 2, it's the only thing you can find on shelves most of the time. But again,
that's the only thing I've been seeing on shelves.
But again, because of the Team Rocket set hype for the set that's coming out this year, they're buying it for this card specifically. Well, this and the Dusclops, which we'll look at here in a minute. But yeah, you look at this 6-month period. Mind you, the set came out in September. It was at $21. It tanked because people realized the set really didn't have much going for it. And now he's back up to $20. So like 20 for moderately played. So let's look at the near mint hollow foils. 53 is what it's currently selling at.
That's decent.
I mean, he's selling for 60 all day. But yeah, so looking at this set, like you've got Earthen Vessel at 60. You got Pheasantipity.
Finally, a hyper rare at the top.
Finally.
Or gold.
The Houndoom, he's really cool. Cassiopeia, this one is really cool. The artwork for it, I like.
That's great art. I appreciate the Houndoom artwork too. I mean, it's pretty nice. I like the darkness of the other one, but yeah, the hacker style of artwork there is great.
But see, even then, the market doesn't reflect that appreciation because when this set launched, right, 111 was what people were thinking it was going to debut at, and today it's at 44. So like we see this decline on TCG Player for market price at $27. So like you can pick this up at a decent price. There's just, don't pull this set for money and you're okay. If you pull it for money, you're probably going to be disappointed. Shrouded Fable, in my opinion, is an F tier set.
It is one of the worst.
Then we have Stellar Crown, which we've opened both a ton of the set and have same feelings on it. The big pool in this is no surprise. It's Terrapagos, EX,
My boy.
your boy,
My first big pull.
the first big pull. Looking at our 6-month value, the set debuted.
It's been terrible.
Yeah, he's gone down.
He has definitely gone down.
He is cool though.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's Terrapagos though. I mean, decent Pokemon, but not bringing in the bucks.
Behind him though is our boy Squirtle. Like great artwork,
Little starter boys.
and he's only gone up in value like since this.
He's been climbing.
But again, it's going back to these iconic Pokemon. Like when you do these fan favorites like this,
yep.
I mean, it makes perfect sense why like they're doubling in price in a 6-month span. And
I mean, if it was instead of a Terrapagos, if it was a Charizard in that foil or a Blastoise, and especially in that, because the blue and everything, if it was a Blastoise in that nice foil, it would have been really, really high.
Incredible. I mean, look at Hydrapple here, like one from Scarlet and Violet launching it nosedived. And this is hard. This is the 3rd most expensive card in the set. Fourth. But still, like the trend goes.
But you notice, yeah, so where the trend goes, that not a famous name in this set, it doesn't hold its value as well.
But yeah, nothing outside of those 2 starter Pokemon is worth collecting out of this set. And it's worth buying at 40. I would not spend anything over 50 for it.
Yes.
In my mind, Stellar is a D.
I'll agree. Stellar Crown's probably a D. It has the Squirtle and Bulbasaur, and then the top chase card being at $85. That's just low.
Nothing there to really entice you to collect the whole set. So then we have Surging Sparks, which is a lot of fun, right? Our highest price card released in 2024 is our boy Pikachu EX, which he
was the man.
Really cool. I mean, he's selling for $484 right now near mint. Looking at our 6-month from when it launched. I mean, this thing launched.
He has not looked back.
No.
He is just solid. He is like, I am worth this and I'm sticking to it.
I mean, then you have things like Latios EX following up, like still at 247. Like if we look at the market 6 months, was like a rocket ship straight up, and it's been fluctuating a little, but it's pretty solid around 240. Then you have like Melodic 143. The artwork is incredible. Everything about the card.
It had a good surge. I love the where they show above and below the waterline. Those are always good cards.
Such good cards. I mean, then you have another Pikachu at 133, Hydreigon at 84, Alolan Executor. I like the art on this one. It's so silly.
The coconut tree.
Yeah,
it's great.
I mean, he's hanging around at 61. I mean, he had a dip, but I think it's because he's so niche. And this one was played competitively. Your first page is,
but yeah, your front page is
dominated by singles that are worth way more than sealed product. Whereas with other sets, if you look at that first page of just from high to low, you'll notice that there's a lot of sealed product that's outpacing singles.
Yep.
This set, if you can buy it at MSRP,
don't be stupid and pass on it like I did.
I think
instead of buying one ATB, buy all 4 of them, you dummy.
This one's tough. I think it's somewhere between an S and an A tier because of the Pokemon featured and the art style and the value. What makes me hesitant to say S is that it's really hard to get by and come across and buy because it's being scalped so hard. And I wonder if once product really hits the market in a way to where like people can get their hands on it, if it will lose interest. Like, will people no longer value like that Pikachu?
I don't think so. I think it's a top A tier personally, but I think it will hold value for a while. And
then we come to our set of today that's out, Prismatic Evolutions. Yay. And our big hitter being Moonbryon, as everyone's referring to it, hanging around 1,500 in this set. It's never not known expensive prices. I mean, we've had versions of this card sell for as much as $18,000, and we see today it sells for $1,500 all day, graded. I think PSA 10's hanging around 55, 6,000 all day on eBay.
Crazy.
Got really good artwork, but a lot of the artwork is recycled from other sets, so like it's hard to get excited.
Yeah, like the Umbreon.
Well, the Umbreon,
the Master Ball pattern. No, the Master Ball pattern.
yeah,
That art is recycled.
Yeah, any of the non-special illustration rare versions of like Eevee and its evolutions,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're all recycled. So like none of them. Yeah, it's cool. You get a Pokemon foil, Pokeball foil, or you get a Master Ball foil, but it's the same artwork we've seen before in other sets.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool. We have all these special illustration rares hitting above 300, 500, 180 for Roaring Moon, but you can't pull this crap because the pull rates are terrible. Also, the fact that this set, because it's like a special set, it doesn't come with like a booster box. You will never be able to buy single packs of this set outside of people opening, sealed product like booster bundles or ETBs. I think that hurts this set in my opinion, because it hurts it a lot. It's going to be limited, and I think they screwed up with this set.
I think so too. Definitely messed up on this set. The pull rates really killed it, because you can buy the Japanese version that has great pull rates.
Yeah, there's an SAR in every booster box, and it's like 95 a booster box.
Yeah, it's and they still resell really good for this set. But it's just crazy to me. I watched Cool Trainer Ryan pulled or ripped over 700 packs before getting a SIR, not an evolution, an SIR.
Yeah, and
crazy.
In my mind, Prismatic is an F.
I completely agree. When we're talking investing / just the overall set being an enjoyable set that you want to spend your money on, it's an F tier, because number one, you can't get the crap. It's too much trouble to try to get it. And then when you do get it, you're not getting anything.
Right. I mean, forget trying to do a master set of this set. It will be impossible. And I know
unless you have a lot of money,
or I know the Pokemon company has said they're going to basically print this set to demand. We'll see if they stay true to that. Will they really just print this thing till the printers can't print anymore? Because if they don't do that, the set will be an always F in my books. This is as bad as Shrouded Fable. And there you have it, everyone. This is our definitive tier list of what we think of the most recent Pokemon sets that have been released and are soon to be released. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Let us know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click like, subscribe, and click the bell for more notifications. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.